What's up everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to talk about something that I believe every filmmaker and photographer should master, which is how to make a pitch deck. Whether you're pitching a brand, a new project, or your dream gig, having a killer pitch deck is the difference between a yes and a no. So it's super key that you have it dialed in. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I built my most recent pitch deck for a project that I'm working on that is called Chasing Baja 1000. I want to just explain you how, I build the structure of the pitch deck, and also how I gathered the inspiration that it's the key to be able to create a cohesive pitch deck and a pitch deck that actually communicates the idea you're trying to show, because we work in visuals, so visuals are a key factor in a pitch deck. So let's go into the computer and start working on that. So first things first, why do you even need a pitch deck? For filmmakers and photographers like myself, a pitch deck is not just a presentation of your next project. It's actually like a visual and strategic tool to sell your vision. It really helps your client or sponsor understand the narrative that you're trying to go for with the project, like the vibe, and also like why they should trust you with their vision. All right guys, so in my case with this project that I'm working on, Chasing Baja 1000, the idea of this project is that I'll be documenting the perspective of a filmmaker, photographer, and what it is to go and chase the race, right? There's a lot of content around, Baja 1000 from the race car driver perspective. But if you're a filmmaker, photographer like myself, I also want to see the perspective of what we go through. So that's kind of what I'm going to go do. And it's important to have a pitch deck so I could share that vision with the potential sponsors or clients that want to be part of this project. All right, guys, so I'm here on the computer now, and I want to talk to you guys about structure. I think the structure of your pitch deck, it's really important because remember, someone's going to see it. So it's kind of like a conversation you're going to have with them without you being there. And I want to share my structure, also like the way you put your vision board, so like your visual style and stuff like that. I'm going to just share what I did in this presentation. All right, so now let's talk about the most important thing on a pitch deck, and that is your visuals. How do I get the visuals of the idea that I'm trying to showcase? This is where FrameSet comes in. I wish I had this app when I started in my career, because it's so easy to be able to really get an idea and get a reference from it. And I'm going to show you how I use it for Baja 1000. What I really like about the app is that I could, have multiple projects going on and look for references for each project and really create like a board and like a set of images for that specific project. And that's what I did for this project, Chasing Baja 1000. So let me show you how I did it. What I like about this, app, first of all, this is kind of how it looks when you go in, is you can start for commercials, music videos, movies, whatever. So for me, I was looking for cars or races, right? So the tool that I used was the prompt, and here's where I will put desert truck, just because that's the vibe that I'm trying to go. And here will show me a bunch of images, reference to a truck in the desert. So this is kind of like what I was going for. I believe I have this one on my set. So the way that you save it, you just go to this folder, you click on it, and I have here that it's called Baja 1000. So that's already saved. So that's kind of what I do when I'm trying to showcase, the project. And also something really cool about this is I really like to see, where this reference is coming from, because I like to get ideas of the video, right? So if you click on it, it gives you the description. You can actually go to Vimeo and really watch the whole video, which is really cool. I mean, because you can really see like the whole reference of the video and the director's input and stuff like that. So once I do that and I just go through everything, let me show you a tool that I think is really, really cool. So if you go to similar, you click to upload an image. I'm gonna go to Baja 1000 and I'm just gonna put, let's say, this one, where I have a lot of cactus, right? So you upload the photo and then you search, and what it does, it will just search stuff based on, what you showed them, which in this case is rugged terrain. Like, this is great for Baja 1000. I'm gonna just save it. So that's super cool to me. And I mean, there's many other tools. You guys can go based on temperature, aspect ratio. You could go based on colors. I think color is really cool. So let's say you want to go a little bit warmer. You apply that with the reference photo that I have, if that's kind of where I'm going for a more like warm tone video. And then look, there's an FJ here. What? This is super cool. I didn't have this one, so I'm gonna add it. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of how I used it. And I think, Once you have this, you can go ahead and see your set. This is kind of like the vibe that I'm going for the whole project. And really, you can even immerse like, okay, this is kind of how the project is going to look like. This is just a great idea. So this is what I have for Baja 1000. So that's pretty much what Frameset is just a place where I can gather visual inspiration. So when I'm ready to create my pitch deck, I would just download those images and upload them to my pitch deck, so I could actually make it look beautiful, and I could showcase the idea that I'm trying to tell or explain. So now that I have all the visual inspiration and kind of what I want to show them, I'm going to go ahead and build a presentation. I use Canva to build a presentation. You could use Google Slides, Keynote. It's really up to you. I think just this one is really simple. I start with my logo. I really, right now I'm in the branding part. I've developed my brand, my idea without my brand for a minute. So I make sure like every presentation, every piece of content that they get from me, it aligns with my brand. If you don't have it developed, you could just use this as a reference and just build your own. So on the flow of the whole presentation, for me, project overview was, the key thing. Me working on marketing and understanding that this has to be as feasible and as quick as possible to show like the whole project. That's why I just wanted to show a brief and kind of like an idea of like desert racing, kind of like what I'm going for. Here I'm presenting the team, and the reason why I'm showcasing the project or like the overview of the project first instead of the team is because I want them to know what this presentation is about. It's kind of like setting the expectation. Then the team, this makes it more personal. This really, tells them like, this is who you're talking to. This is who is going to be behind the project. And here's kind of like the journey. Here I explain more of like, okay, I already told you what the project is going to be about, but let me show you what I have to go through to get that project or bring that project to life. And this is, I be leaving to Bakersfield, I'll be arriving 2 days early, and just pretty much explaining of what I'm gonna go through to be able to document Baja 1000 and chasing trucks and stuff like that. Then I showcase the chase truck. The reason why I showcase the chase truck here is because on the packages I will be offering like a sponsorship where they can put their logo on the truck, because in Baja 1000 it's like a rolling billboard. They can put their logo. Besides getting all the social content, they can also get exposure within the truck and have their logo in the truck. And I think my truck looks kind of cool. I love it, so that's kind of why I put it there. So that's why I put the chase truck there, because you need the chase truck because I'm chasing Baja 1000. Here I showcase the content to produce because I want them to know what I'm making and what they could expect if they partner with me. So that's why I put the content to produce, and then I go more in depth later on in the presentation. I put the timeline because I explained you guys, as marketing and as brands work, you have like stuff planned for the next upcoming month, so they need to see if this fits within their time frames. So that's why the time frame is important. Here's the visual style. Of course, this is where I use Frameset to gather all those images. It really helps me to showcase and really for them to see the standard that I'm going for, the kind of look that I'm going for. This kind of like filmmaking, documentary type of style, no more like blog style, because I see a lot of videos that are blog style. This is more like really beautiful images. That's what I'm going for. That's why the visual style is key. Make it short and simple. I didn't want to post so many because I don't want to make the presentation so long. Here I have the content deliverables. This is where I go more in depth into what I will be delivering. After content deliverables, I have like sponsorship packages. I don't send this on the first presentation just because I want to build a relationship first and then talk money after. You can take the money as reference. That's really up to you. It really all depends on, there's many variables. So this is just like a reference. And then why sponsor this project? This is kind of like a closing for me. Like, okay, let me show you who I am, what I'm trying to do. Let me explain you why this is a good opportunity for you. Here I showcase like your product in action. The Baja 1000 is one of the toughest races. Kind of explain like key points of this experience, that it's a unique. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna just shoot content here in my backyard. This is once a year opportunity. So that's kind of why I encourage them. Then I showcase a little bit of my portfolio and the brands that I work with. This is, once you build a relationship, this really doesn't matter because they already know who you are. They already talked to you. They've seen your work. But if they still want to know a little bit of, you know, who I've worked with and kind of my work, I put a little bit of, you know, a few photos of what I've done in the past. And then a conclusion. This is really like just closing statement, what I'm trying to do, and just like a brief of what this journey is going to be. And this a thank you and contact information. Important to have the contact information. Make sure you have your email, your phone number, your social medias, which I usually put on email, but this is kind of how I go on the presentation. And the biggest tip I can give you when you're trying to pitch a project, it's just make it personal, make it your own. Anybody can create a pitch deck in a presentation. You can hire a designer and tell them like, this is what I want, and they can make it look pretty, but add your own twist to the project. I think that's, as a creative, we'll have different perspective, and this is where you should show your perspective. Like what I did on my presentation, my pitch deck, is like my perspective as a filmmaker and what I'm trying to achieve, and also give them content in return. So that's a great advice that I will tell you. Like I said, just make it your own. Your perspective is unique. And after you have this pitch deck done, what I recommend you to do is, you know, have an idea what you're gonna be asking for. Like in this case, I already have my sponsorship packages, so when I get a response from them, we can start talking about, okay, deliverables and money and stuff like that. I already have it prepared just to save up time. I want to show you how I send the email. This is where I actually ask for the call to action at the end. I think having a call to action and really asking for something, either is a communication, a response, money, whatever, that's really up to you. That has to be in an email. The reason why I put it on the email is because I want to keep this conversation going. So on my emails here is just pretty much introduce myself, who am I, what I'm trying to do, and how, you know, like their brand could be part of this project. A little bit like super specific in the first paragraph, what I could, you know, provide, which is high quality videos, social media reels, and dynamic photography. And at the end, I attach the presentation that I showed you, and I will explore how we can work together and build a strong relationship for future projects. If this aligns with your goals, I'll be happy to connect and find the best way to collaborate. For me, I started the collaboration, and really I want to build a relationship with them, because I think a lot of creatives, they just want, you know, to get their project done and get funding for it, but you don't really think about the brand and the brand needs. So that's why I want to collaborate and see where they're at before I actually talked about money. I want to see if I can add value in many other ways. So that's an advice that I will tell you. Try to build a relationship and be like super, you know, direct and friendly as you can on the email. Don't be so harsh, like I want this, you know, just because at the end of the day, it has to be both ways. So that's an advice I'll give you. So there you have it, guys. That's how I build my pitch deck for Chasing Baja 1000. And stay tuned for that project, which is, it's in November 15. I think by the time that I post this video is like a few weeks away. So I'm super pumped for it. And really master the skill of creating pitch decks, because it's really a bridge between your idea and how to make it a reality. This is something that I struggled at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. This video is really for the Diego that didn't know when he started, so I hope this really works for you. And now with tools like FrameSet, it just makes it so easy. Like if you have an idea, just type it in and it gives you references, and that's how you can start building your ideas and your projects. I think everything starts with an idea, but if we have a tool like FrameSet where we can bring it into like an image and just start building from there, I think it's key. And yeah, I mean, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm posting more content like this, and let me know if you would like to see any type of content. And yeah, see you guys on the next one. Stay creative, and if you guys post some pitch decks on Instagram, tag me. I would love to see them. And yeah, see you on the next one.